And welcome back. The SDSU women are at Denver tonight after the men played and won in the Mile High City last night. Despite the injury to Maya Sellen, this team is playing their best basketball of the year. And of course, Maya's their best player. Erin Johnson's team is getting a whole lot better as the season goes on. And there's one part of the game that has really stood out the most for the head coach, and playing that way is going to lead to victory.
Yeah, team is playing really hard, and we've always, I think, been a good defensive team. This year, I think we've been even better. We've found a way to improve on some things that maybe we weren't quite as good in the past. I think our length has really been good.
Aberdeen's Peyton Burkhart has really stepped up with Maya Hurt, as has Megan Boltzma off the bench. Jacks went into the game tonight 11-6 and 3-0 in the Summit League. So here's how they did tonight out in Denver. They worked the ball inside to Boltzma off the glass. She was 10 of 12 from the floor and had 24 points. Jordan Farron took one shot. Actually, that was Tylee Irwin. That was Jordan Farron made it. Tylee Irwin also had a three. Her only made basket of the game. But the stars were the big players. Boltzma, and in the second half, watch Peyton Burkhart with a follow on her miss. She had 24 points. And Lindsay Thunick had a huge fourth quarter, nailing a trio of three-point shots as the Jackrabbits break it open in the second half and go on to win your final 86-79. They're 4-0 in conference play now and 11-6 overall. Well, Rocky Burkett has done a masterful job of turning that Northern Wrestling program around when it almost went away. Well, tonight his 17th ranked Wolves were at the Elman Center against Augustana and the Vikings, coming off consecutive wins over ranked opponents. Ethan Cota gets the near fall at 125, almost got the pin, and he beats Landon Fisher 13-3 for a major decision. Next up at 133, Augie's Jack Huffman locking up Dane Morton, gets 4 key points, helps him win it 9-4, and the Vikings are up 7-0 in the duel. Back come the Wolves at 141. Kenny Jones shoving Taylor Jeffries back to the mat for 2 points. Jones wins via tech fall 16-1. There's Rocky. At 149, Caden Moore is going to take it right down to the final seconds and close out this 9-3 victory. Northern takes the 8-7 lead in the duel, and then they increase it to 11-7 when James Burks skips around and gets the toss down for 2. He wins 7-3, but Augie rallies to win their third straight over a ranked opponent. They beat Northern 20-14. Prior to that, it was the first of a doubleheader when Canton hosted Custer in a high school duel. Defending state champion Braden Sayre taking down Parker Nome, and he ends up getting the pin at 130. Canton looked really good tonight and quite at home, and there's the guy we heard from at 6. Another defending champion, Kellen March, wrestling up at 145, had his state record streak of 49 straight pins snapped over the weekend, but he gets another one here, just 53 seconds into the match, and then it's going to be Seth Peterson, who was trailing in the second period, but when you're behind, the quick way to end the whole thing is a pin. And look at this final score. Canton wins at 64-6. Out to the Pentagon for a doubleheader between O'Gorman and Roosevelt. First game had the top-ranked O'Gorman Knights trying to improve to 6-0 against Roosevelt, and boy, did they look good, although Kayla Martinez, nice little pop shot from the outside for the Riders. She had 7 points in the game. But the Knights would take a 21-point lead into the second half. Cross-court pass to Emma Ronsick. She was right on the money, 3 of her 16 points. Next possession, hey, I'm going to let Sis do it. Hannah Ronsick for 3. She had 8 points. She's really been playing well for Kent Colesrud. And then showing why they're tops in the state, Carly Kunkel drives to the hoop. O'Gorman wins this handily, 74-30. Then it was the 4th-ranked Roosevelt boys against O'Gorman. Top 5 matchup as number 4 Roosevelt against number 5 O'Gorman. Roosevelt trying to keep it close throughout. Tyler Feldkamp can't get it to go. Oh, there's Zach Norton on the other end as the Knights jump out to an early lead. This is Tyler Feldkamp missing, but Jackson McCormick is there for the putback. McCormick had a nice game. Later, off the inbounds pass, it's going to be Feldkamp to McCormick again, this time with a bomb. Nails it. Rough Riders ahead by 2. But OG would answer with a 3 of their own in the corner from Joe Lynch. Ooh, swish for Lynch. 62-54, O'Gorman wins it. Let's go to your scoreboard. Parker also beat Beersford tonight. It was McCook Central Montrose and Freeman Academy Marion winning tonight. Flandre and Platte get us as well. Sioux Valley and Mobridge Pollock, along with in girls basketball, O'Gorman and Miller. Harrisburg and Sioux Falls Christian victorious. Esteline, Hendricks, and Centerville as well. White River and Lennox win. Tripp Delmont Armor and Arlington both victorious. Coleman Egan and Menno. Also Hitchcock Tulare and Castlewood victorious. Canton again beat Custer 64-6 in wrestling. Madison over Howard 39-35. And Bonham, Scotland, Avon beat EPJ 54-25. In gymnastics, we had a trio of scores for you. Madison in this duel beats O'Gorman. Hanson was your all-around 34.15. Watertown wins this triangular. Bollinger was your all-around with 36.95. And Roosevelt wins that. Schmeichel of West Central was your winner at 34.15. T-Wolves win again without Carl Anthony Towns. Wiggins had 23 points. And the Wild are trailing in the third period. Matt Zuccarello with the only goal. They are down 2-1. And that's sports. We'll all be right back.